The word passion, simply stated, personifies the life of Leo Passage. He has a passion for people, a passion for the beauty business, and a passion for living life to the fullest.
I was born in the Netherlands, also called Holland, March 21, 1936, right on the border of Belgium. My father was in the hairdressing business, and he liked what he did, and he liked people. He was strict, but he was also a giver. My mother was the protector. The experience of the war put a certain adventure feeling in me as a young boy, you know. We lived on the border, and my father was on the underground, so there was movement between Belgium and Holland, or Holland and Belgium, and I took over Jewish people who were trying to escape. And as a boy, I knew exactly the little roads and the little creeks that you walk through, and we knew where the Germans would be sitting. I had no fear out of it because it was kind of adventurous for me, probably. And later on, I realized that actually, you know, it was for a real good cause.
After the war, Leo worked in his father's salon. It was not the ideal situation for Leo or his father.
My father and I did not get along because I just hated to assist and, you know, doing the clients and whatever it was. He learned quick enough to send me to back to Holland to a top salon where through an apprenticeship system.
As an apprentice, Leo discovered a creative spirit in himself that he didn't know existed.
I didn't know at that time that I had that in me, to be seeing things in a different way. I think that made the strongest impact why I fell in love in being a creative hair designer.
This new love affair blossomed when Leo started competing in hair competitions in the Netherlands and throughout Europe.
When I saw what they were doing on a competitive area to be creative, that started to really become fun for me. The first 8 competitions are lost, so you don't give up. But you need a good mentor that helps you push.
With perseverance and the inspirational support of his mentors, Leo went on to win several competitions and became a rising star in the salon industry.
When Leo walked into the salon, I remember being in awe because of all the accomplishments he had had already. I mean, I'd never met anybody that was famous at the time, like really famous.
I said, would you mind to model for me?
I thought I had grown to be 10 feet tall. I mean, you cannot even imagine what I felt like.
I remember before we came to the United States, I was selected to be the representative of the Netherlands at the World Championships in Germany, and she was my model. And I had won already about 95 awards in Europe, and that's how I got recruited to come to the United States.
The trip was supposed to take 7 days, but the storms were so awful and so tremendous, it lasted 9 days. Storms you could not imagine. I think Leo was one of 5 people that did not get seasick. Even the help was seasick. I mean, I was seasick, we hadn't even left the harbor of Rotterdam, I was seasick. New York was something out of a dream. The tall buildings, and we walked around for 3 days. It was just absolutely fantastic.
So with only $75 in his pocket, Leo and Laney staked their claim in America and began to launch their dream and start their family. Settling in Evanston, Illinois, Leo slowly built up a clientele of loyal customers.
He really was my hero. I thought he was the smartest man in the world. She was just an amazingly beautiful woman. She complimented him and he complimented her. They just had such a wonderful love story. And growing up as a child, I was always surrounded by that love.
We've always had a very close family. You realize what you learn from your parents when you become a parent yourself. A lot of the values that my parents instilled in me, I see myself instilling in my own children.
Leo started competing in America and began to build his reputation as a designer and a teacher. During that period, he began to embrace the concepts and principles of the Bauhaus Institute.
The Bauhaus made the most logical sense for me to look at any media from an architectural viewpoint, from a commercial design to a non-commercial design, what it meant, what the proportions were, what the shapes and colors and things like that.
Today, Pivot Point is the gold standard of the beauty education industry. It has a global network of over 1 million alumni representing the industry's top hair designers and salon owners. Pivot Point has schools in more than 70 countries and is offered in 13 languages. What is the secret of Leo's success? He has made perseverance his best friend, experience his wisest advisor, and hope his guardian angel.
Education has no limit. And as long that we want education to be connected to Pivot Point, I think that is a dream that I hope my children can continue on. I think after I'm gone, I look back peacefully, I will be very pleased.